In this video, I'm going to show you how hackers use a tool called Responder to perform man-in-the-middle attacks against network authentication. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to share best practices and ways to prevent this type of attack. Hi, my name is Kyser. I have almost 7 years of experience in cybersecurity, and I currently work as a full-time penetration tester, also known as an ethical hacker, and I'm here to help you grow your hacking and cybersecurity knowledge. Responder is a tool used by both ethical and non-ethical hackers in order to exploit vulnerabilities in network authentication. It focuses on intercepting and capturing credentials by abusing name resolution protocols such as LLMNR, MBTNS, and MDNS. These protocols are designed to help computers find each other on a network when DNS fails. Responder takes advantage of this by tricking devices into sending their credentials to the attacker. When a device sends out a broadcast request asking, "Hey, who is the server?" and then Responder replies, "I am the server," the victim then attempts to authenticate, allowing Responder to capture their credentials. Responder doesn't just listen, it actually poisons the network and forces devices to communicate with it. Once it captures credentials, it saves it to a file for further analysis and offline password cracking. This tool is often used to capture NTLM v2 hashes, which can later be cracked or relayed for further exploitation. This is a great tool to help you discover legacy protocols within your network. If you're getting value out of the video so far, do me a favor and like the video and subscribe for more hacking and cybersecurity content. Okay, enough of the talking, let's go ahead and dive into the hands-on technical demonstration. This demo is for educational purposes only. Ethical hacking is legal and differs from illegal hacking. Always ensure you have legal permission before performing what you see in this demo. In order to use Responder, it's very easy. All you have to do is type in Responder -I and then the interface that you want to listen on. And then push enter. And you see it tells you what you have on and what you have off. These are the default configurations. This is mainly the main things you're interested in anyway. So this command usually gets the job done in most situations. So if you see this, you'll see listening for events. You know, Responder is up and running. And at this point, all you are doing is waiting for things to go over the network. And it could take a lot of time. It could take a very little amount of time. But in this case, I have a way to trigger an event manually, so I'm going to do that right now. And this is what it looks like when someone requests resources and gives you their credentials. So you can see here we got a request from the administrator account and we have a NTLM v2 hash. Now with this hash, we can take this and we can crack it offline with a tool like Hashcat or John the Ripper. And if you are interested in learning how to crack hashes, definitely check out my hash cracking video that is outside the scope of this video. And that's it. That's the demo. That seems super simple and very straightforward, and that's the truth. That is all you need to know to get this attack up and running. And you might be wondering, Kyser, it's so simple. Is it really effective in the real world? And the answer is yes. I have seen Responder use exactly like this successfully in the real world. We take the NTLM v2 hashes and then crack them and then get compromise of a user and sometimes even administrator accounts. And like I said earlier, the events happen at different times. Like it just depends on when users are using the network. And one of my most recent pen tests that I did, my coworker, he had Responder running for 2 weeks straight. And it wasn't until the very end, on the very last day of a 2-week engagement, that he got an administrator hash, cracked it, and then got domain admin. And that's why it's very important to use Responder listening for events for the entire duration of a pen test. So just because you don't see anything on the first day doesn't mean that you're not going to get something the second day or the third day or the fourth day. You should really be using Responder listening for events during the entire portion of a penetration test. Now there are some times where you have to turn Responder off because Responder uses port 445. So if you're doing other attacks and using other tools that require port 445, you do need to turn your Responder off. But if you're not doing other attacks or using other tools that use port 445 or SMB, then definitely keep Responder running in the background during the entire engagement. And I can't stress that enough because, like I said, it does work and it's very effective if the right defenses aren't in place. To prevent against these types of attacks, it's best practice to disable LLMNR and MBT and S on all your systems. These legacy protocols are outdated and often unnecessary for most modern networks. Additionally, you should have strong password policies in place to make captured credentials harder to crack. You should also enable and enforce SMB signing and use secure DNS configurations throughout the network to protect against credential relay attacks. So there you have it. That's pretty much everything you know to get started with network authentication vulnerabilities and how to use Responder. And if you enjoyed this video, you have to check out this playlist right here where I have more hands-on technical demonstrations of the most popular cybersecurity and ethical hacking tools. So if you're serious about growing your technical skill sets, which I'm assuming you are since you watched this video, you have to check out the other videos in this playlist. Furthermore, the playlist is always being added to, so every month I'm adding a new technical hands-on demonstration to help you grow your hacking and cybersecurity skills. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.